Jerry Hanna to call.
Dead on. First you show in front is Venosa from stable companion Classiest. Handy is Flawless Fusion, being followed at the end of the first furlong by My Girl Jersey. These are followed up the far side by Cosmetic, Sounds Great, and Up Style next. These are followed by Theologia. Towards the back end of the field are Goa Scalis and Anam Kara. It's Venosa, the leader, from Flawless Fusion, edging into second from Classiest in third, and then comes Cosmetic, Sounds Great, My Girl Jersey, Theologia, with the last three Up Style, Goa Scalis and Ma'anam Kara. 5.5 furlongs to go. The EBF fillies maiden over a mile. It's Venosa and Ronan Whelan with the lead, but only just to Flawless Fusion and Wayne Hazard. Third on the inside is Classiest and Declan McDonough, followed by Cosmetic and Shane Kelly, and then Sounds Great as they reach the halfway stage. Heading down into the dip, there's a couple of lengths to My Girl Jersey, Theologia, pushed along as Up Style, and then Goa Scalis and Ma'anam Kara. Venosa leads by 3/4 of a length, and second is Flawless Fusion, nudged along, being followed past the three on the inside by Classiest, and then Sounds Great, opening up from Cosmetic. Beginning the climb to the final 2 furlongs, it's Venosa from Flawless Fusion, who's ranging up on terms, kicking away from Classiest in third, and then Sounds Great. Theologia is followed back for home by Ma'anam Kara. It's Venosa strongly pressed by Flawless Fusion, staying on as Classiest as they hit the hill inside the final furlong. Flawless Fusion just grabs the lead, but coming at Flawless Fusion is Classiest, and Classiest has cut down Flawless Fusion and Venosa as Classiest and Declan McDonough pull away to win from Flawless Fusion. Venosa.
So it is a win for Classiest on racecourse debut here, the Wootton Bassett filly, whose dam Coral Beach was a Group 3 winner as a juvenile. Classiest powering home under Declan McDonough to score at odds of 7-1 here. Wayne Hassett, who's leading that.
White flag raised. And dead off. 16 over a mile, the cone handicap, and it is sharp from the gates. Gold Rush Kid leading laterally Noir. Third is Blue Moon Boy, followed by Titanium and Ribby and Lady Arwen as they race up the far side, and building up an early advantage of 3 to 4 lengths is Gold Rush Kid, followed by laterally Warden, Lady Arwen and Ribby and Titanium. Love is Blind, Shelburne, Annie's Angel, Blue Moon Boy knocked back on the inside, then on a session, Sunday at Buttermere Ridge Silky. 2/3 of the way down the field, and Rhythm King, who's followed by Zephron and Sinbad My Dad. Less than 6 furlongs to go, and it is Gold Rush Kid with a reduced advantage over laterally Ward and Lady Arwen. In by the rail in the quartered colours is Titanium, followed by Ribby, and then Shelburne and Annie's Angel and Love is Blind on a session. Sunair Silky, Blue Moon Boy continues to drift back through the field, and Rhythm King, Zephron, Sinbad My Dad and Buttermere Ridge, they race down inside the halfway stage. Gold Rush Kid joined by laterally Nor, less than a length back to Lady Arwen, then Titanium, Ribby, Shelburne, Love is Blind. A shake up for Annie's Angel on the inside of Sunair, and then on a session Silky now being called on for an effort as they run round the home turn. Gold Rush Kid, laterally Nor, closing up to them is Ribby, then Titanium. Sunair is gaining ground, and Annie's Angel, Silky next, and then Lady Arwen dropping away. Then on a session, Blue Moon Boy and Love is Blind. They turn in for the final furlong. Laterally Noir is headed by Ribby, then Sunair, followed then by Titanium, and then Annie's Angel, and Silky is next. Inside the final 150 yards, it's Ribby from Sunair as they go towards the line. Ribby is going to back up 7 days ago. Second is Sunair, laterally Noir, never near to Silky, and then Titanium. Set. And dead off. The cut up 7 furlong maiden. Ridden to join them. Temple No. It's Garden Party, the favourite, who leads. Stable companion Proposition, improving through the field as Temple No, followed by Skywatch Rapid Vega. And these are followed by JP's Express with a couple of lengths to Vantage Code. The Wee Man is next, and these are being followed up towards the top of the hill by Battle of Supremacy. And then Fitz Perfect past the buck, and Musashi is the back marker. Garden Party and Liam Canary lead by under a length to Proposition. Ronan Whelan's second, just third, Temple No. Shamie Heffernan from Skywatch and Jamie Powell. Followed down towards halfway by Rapid Vega and JP's Express. Together next to Vantage Code and the Wee Man, then Battle for Supremacy. Past the buck, Fitz Perfect, and struggling is Musashi. Spacing them out with 3 furlongs to go. Garden Party and Proposition. 2 in front of Temple No, then Skywatch and Rapid Vega next, then JP's Express and the Wee Man. Followed by Vantage Code, gone away from Battle for Supremacy, and then comes Fitz Perfect past the buck, Musashi, running round the home turn, and it's Garden Party gone on a length in front of Proposition as they swing in, followed by Skywatch and then Temple No, JP's Express, Rapid Vega next, then Vantage Code and the Wee Man inside the final furlong. In front is Garden Party by 2 lengths to Proposition, and then comes Skywatch up towards the finish, and Garden Party is grab laid on by Proposition. Proposition and Group 1 winning jockey Ronan Whelan. Doubles maiden winners for Aidan O'Brien. Second Garden Party and Skywatch.
Yes, it's a Ballydoyle double, but it's the bigger price runner who has clicked here. Proposition has run down the market leader, Garden Party. Certainly not neglected in the market, though. Proposition went off at 7-2 and was nibbled at from bigger prices.
Often running in the Sword Security Nursery over 7 furlongs, spaced across the course. Manifest Destiny on the inside with Tay, Mr. Tony, Survivor's Code, the Grey Down the Glen, and working out a big build and Believe in Princess Sue, Bullet Bourbon, Dunleer Dance, Balance of Trade, Aurora Mist, Aquila Star, Lilo Pelikai, and the back marker. And yet to get into a rhythm is the top weight Busters Universal. Up to the bend they go. And out wide it is Big Bill, taking it up from Manifest Destiny. In third is Tay, disputing the fourth, Mr. Tony, and down the Glen, followed by Bullet Bourbon. Survivor's Code and Princess Sue. Ridden along in mid-division is Dunleer Dancer. They're at halfway now. Then Believe in Balance of Trade and Aurora Mist. 2 legs to Aquila Star, Lilo Pelikai, and Busters Universal. Racing down into the dip with 3 furlongs to go. In front is Big Bill by 2 lengths. Mr. Tony into second, followed by Tay, Princess Sue, Manifest Destiny next, being followed back for home by Survivor's Code and down the Glen and Bullet Bourbon, followed by Believe, Aurora Mist and Balance of Trade. Racing now towards the final furlong and a half, and it is Mr. Tony gone through in between horses on the rail. Coming back at them is Manifest Destiny, followed by Big Bill, relegated to third. Down the Glen is next. They race to the final 200 yards. Mr. Tony just picks it up. Coming on the outside is the Grey Down the Glen, in by the rail, Manifest Destiny. From out of the clouds, Aquila Star. Up towards the line, it is Down the Glen. Down the Glen wins the nursery. Aquila Star, Mr. Tony, followed in by Aurora Mist, and then Manifest Destiny.
Well, Ross O'Sullivan had a near miss earlier on with Sanair, who was bidding to win that particular race for the 3rd time, but he's gone one better here with Down the Glen, also in the hands of Donogh O'Connor. Down the Glen, who had run well at Bellewstown last time with second to Sinner's Kid, and has stayed on strongly set.
And there are over 7 furlongs, the Coloured Food Products maiden, and it's through and through, leading up. Dolly Hello, right in the centre is Rest Your Mind with Galley Point and Talk Show Host, followed on settling down by Local Lad and Utorian, My Time to Shine and Never Lose, and then Boomtown Lad, La Campanella and Talieska, Not So Profitable, Shola, and one for Tegan. 5.5 furlongs to go, and the leader at the bend is Through and Through, followed by Dolly Hello and Galley Point Handy, and they're followed by Utorian, Talk Show Host and My Time to Shine, and being shuffled back into mid-division, Rest Your Mind. Then Local Lad at the back of the leading group is Never Lose, 3 lengths to Talieska. Followed at halfway, Boomtown Lad, Not So Profitable, then Shola, La Campanella, and one for Tegan. Is Through and Through, and Luke McAteer in a lead of a length over Galley Point, who's into second for Gary Carroll. Third is Dolly Hello and Shane Foley, being followed by an improving My Time to Shine, and then Never Lose and Talk Show Host as they run round the home turn. Through and Through with on the inside coming there, Never Lose. In between horses is My Time to Shine, Couple of lengths to Dolly Hello, being dropping back now for the last furlong, and then comes Galley Point. Shola staying on. They straighten for the final furlong, through and through, challenged hard by Never Loose. Opening up from Shola, who's into third, followed then by My Time to Shine and Dolly Hello. It's Never Loose and Joey Sheridan getting the better of through, and then Shola and My Time to Shine. It is Never Loose on debut. Second is through and through, tight for the third, My Time to Shine and Shola.
Never Loose on racecourse debut today has struck here for Joey Sheridan, who's had a fine season, trained by Fozzie Stack in the very familiar colours of Peter Pillar, being carried to victory by many good horses down the years, plenty of them over jumps, trained by the late.
15 low. Off. 7 furlongs in front of them, the Barney Recycling Handicap. Up to the lead, Rocket Wall, Nibbles Rainbow, Sunrise Sovereign. Close is Petty Mason, followed by Hamish Shavu, Carver Harlan, Romantic Warden, Mr. Mills, Manhattan Dandy, Held Left Loose, and Half Nuts. Next followed by Putting Along in Mythical Rock, Chicago Weir. And the back marker by over 2 lengths is our Dagger. Making the bend at the top of the hill, and it is Sunday Sovereign, just taking it up from Rocket Wall. In by the rail is Mr. Mills with Nippers Rainbow, dead abreast, followed by Petty Mason, Romantic Warden, Carvajal, and Game of Shavu, next and Half Nuts, and Held Left Loose, and Manhattan Dandy, Mythical Rock, followed down past halfway by Putting Along Chicago Weir, and struggling and detached is our Dagger. Matching strides is Sunday Sovereign and Rocket Wall. Into third is Petty Mason, followed by Hamish Shavu as they climb back for the final couple of furlongs. Nothing between Rocket Wall and Sunday Sovereign, joined by Petty Mason, and then Hamish Shavu, Nippers Rainbow, Mr. Mills, Romantic Warden, Manhattan Dandy, and Half Nuts, and Mythical Rock is coming in with them. Carvajal Held Left Loose and Putting Along as they come round the home turn. Petty Mason and Julian Pietro Paolo strike for home, followed by Rocket Wall, then Manhattan Dandy, who's closing on the outside, followed by Mythical Rock, and then Sunday Sovereign and Romantic Warden, Mr. Mills. But opening up is Petty Mason from Manhattan Dandy, Mythical Rock next, and then Romantic War. Petty Mason is going to pull off a final reach double, and hasn't he done it well? By 6 to Manhattan Dandy, Romantic War, and Mythical Rock next. They're off over 1.5 miles. The Dominoes Handicap as they tack across on the inside Ephesus with Moncur and the nose banded Granite Bay, followed by Slodicane and Granville Street. Manila Mate next with Narlita and Denim and Diamonds. Rain next, followed by Chemdog and Hamsian. Spanish John, Clear Quartz at Theat, War Rooms, and the back marker with the circuit to go is Northern Ruler. It's a 3-way tie for the lead. Ephesus, Moncur and Granite Bay, followed a little more than a length back by Slurricane. Keeping tight to the rail on the inside is Manila Mate. Then Granville Street and Arleta and Denim and Diamonds and Rain next with Spanish John and Clear Quartz and Teat Hamsian. And then Chemdog with the last 2 War Rooms and Northern Ruler. Entering their final mile, Ephesus just forges ahead from Manila May. Teat is a rapid improver right up through the field into a prominent position. Moncur there on the outside, followed by Granite Bay and Denim and Diamonds and Arleta and Sluddercane and Spanish John and Granville Street next. They're followed by Rain and Clear Quartz and Hamsian. Chemdog is after them, and then War Rooms and Northern Ruler. Heading for the 6 furlong point, marking the halfway stage in the Dominoes Handicap, 1.5 miles. Close run thing for the lead. Manila Maid improves on the inside of Teat. Right with them both Moncur and Ephesus. Jumping the path there was Manila Maid, heading on towards the final 5.5 furlongs and the bend at the top of the hill. On the inside, Manila Maid vying for the lead with Teat. Then Ephesus and Moncur and Denim and Diamonds onto their heels. Then Sluddercane and Granite Bay and Narleta and Rain next with Granville Street and Spanish John. 2 lengths to Clear Quartz, pushed along as Hamsian. And then comes War Rooms, Northern Ruler, and labouring as Chemdog. Racing just outside the final 3 furlongs, and just shading is a Thayat for Manila Maiden, Slurricane and Granite Bay. A break of a length and a half to Narlita, who's closing. Then Denim and Diamonds, followed back for home by Rain and Granville Street. Turning in for the final 2 furlongs. Thayat just has it at this stage for Manila Maid. Slurricane digs in with Granite Bay. 3 lengths to Narlita. Then Spanish John and Denim and Diamonds and Granville Street next with Rain and Clear Quartz. Skipping a lead here is Thayat. Round the bend for the final furlong, followed by Granite Bay. Manila Maiden, Slurricane, a gap to Narlita up the hill inside the final furlong, and it's Thayat flat to the mat. Slurricane gaining with Granite Bay in between them. Less than 100 yards to go, and Slurricane is getting on top to beat Granite Bay at Thayat. Narlita, Manila Maiden.
Chalk up another winner for Ross O'Sullivan. 2 winners and a second here at Galway this afternoon. Slurricane, very likeable performer, has come through to win it at odds of 8 to 1. Cheap pieces on for the first time today in the colours of Eleonora Kennedy. Eleonora, who headed back to the States after her summer.
Off over a mile 4, both missing the break. Damer Bay and Charlie Brown as they head on over to the running rail, and the Galway race is sayonara, and it is Hutton Glen, one of the early leaders from God the Highness, moving up on the outside. In between them is Serotonin, followed by Talking Tough and I Do My Thing next, and Pretty Soldier and Share the Treasure and Pietra Namt and Creative Dance and You Make Me Smile. Improving up through the field, having not broken well, Damer Bay, followed up to the bend by Gudrun Genberg and Promo Queen. Patrick Street starting Monday. Just for Use is 2 behind Charlie Brown, and Cafe Con Leche, the runner-up of last year. God the Highness just picks it up, making the bend a little more than a mile from the finish. Is followed by a rapidly improving Damer Bay on the inside of Hutton Glen. Not much between the 3, followed by Serotonin, Talking Tough, Pretty Soldier, I Do My Thing and Share the Treasure and Creative Dance and Pietra Namt and Promo Queen and Gudrun Genberg next with You Make Me Smile and Patrick Street, and starting Monday Charlie Brown is 2 behind. Cafe Con Leche and Just for Use. Less than 7 furlongs to go. The Galway races handicap. God the Highness leads narrowly from Hutton Glen, followed by Talking Tough, Serotonin and Damer Bay runs the rail. Then Pretty Soldier and I Do My Thing and Share the Treasure next, followed inside halfway by Creative Dance and Pietra Namt and Promo Queen and You Make Me Smile. Starting Monday, Gudrun Genberg, Patrick Street, Charlie Brown, Cafe Con Leche and Just for Use. Little changes with 5.5 furlongs to go. God the Highness is just showing in front from Hutton Glen as they turn to come down the hill, followed then by Talking Tough. Damer Bay right with them on the inside, followed by Serotonin. Pretty Soldier, I Do My Thing nudged along, then Share the Treasure, You Make Me Smile makes a forward move ahead of Creative Dance from Patrick Street next with Promo Queen and Pietra Namt. They race down towards the final 3.5 furlongs, and at this juncture it looks quite wide open. God the Highness just in front from Hutton Glen. Talking Tough, Damer Bay there on the inside from You Make Me Smile. Improving steadily from the back end of the field is Cafe Con Leche. 2.5 furlongs to go as they turn into the straight, and Damer Bay shot through the lead from God the Highness, followed by Hutton Glen. After them, You Make Me Smile, Cafe Con Leche, Share the Treasure and Charlie Brown staying on late ahead of starting Monday and Serotonin and Creative Dance and Patrick Street. In they come the final time, and it's Damer Bay from You Make Me Smile coming to challenge, followed by God the Highness, and then Cafe Con Leche inside the final 200 yards in the so long here for the year, and it is You Make Me Smile gone clear. It's a day for recent winners following up as You Make Me Smile, won by over 4 from Cafe Con Leche, Damer Bay starting Monday and Charlie Brown.
You Make Me Smile, too strong in the last. First time Visor has done the trick, and Chris Hayes has teamed up there with Pat Farr. He returned a 9-2 winner in the 4:25 and final race of the season on the flats over at Galway. Right, time to head back to Redcar now, and Niall Hannity has got